Welcome to the WaveComBE channel. My name is Monika Drozdowska, I am ESR11, and in this video I will give you a short summary of my work in the WaveComBE project. My project is titled Intelligent Design of mmWave Conference Networks in Built Environments and is supervised by Professor Narcís Cardona from Universidad Politécnica de Valencia in Spain and Frédéric Naassens from Tel Aviv Conference in Belgium. In my research, I'm trying to answer the question, is the 60 GHz band suitable for the conference use case? To answer that, I can not only consider the radio wave propagation in the built environment, but also existing standards, available devices, and power consumption, to name the most important aspects. First, we need to describe the conference environment. Meeting rooms may have different sizes and shapes, and for sure, each of them is built from different materials. Some of them have windows and some does not. This will have an impact on the deployment of the network, where to put access points, how to settle furniture and user equipment to deliver good coverage. We really need to focus on the electromagnetic properties of the walls, ceiling and floor materials. If the network is being deployed in the existing room, how to optimize transmission, considering reflectors, scatters, and obstacles cost diffraction. If we are in favor of projecting the room itself, how to choose materials to provide the best signal. For example, metal is considered a great reflector, but in case of the carpet, the signal will be greatly attenuated. Moreover, in the room, the furniture like table and chairs is not all. Often in the meeting room we have shelves, monitors, cupboards or small tables. Also, conference participants will bring their own belongings, laptops, bottles of water, cups of coffee, notebooks. In lower frequencies, those things did not have so much impact on the transmission. In 60 GHz, all those things, and the human body as well, may cause a great signal loss, especially if one of those things is placed close to one of the antennas. Because the transmission is more direct, we can easily block it. To deploy the network, we need devices, and those devices have to be able to communicate. For 60 GHz frequency, the IEEE 802.11ad standard was released in 2012 and now works on the IEEE 802.11ay are pending. There are some features that may be very interesting for the conference use case in the second mentioned standard. For example, the multi-user MIMO technique in downlink transmission or the high data rate for different modulation and decoding schemes in a physical layer that depends on the number of streams. On the other hand, the header and the preamble in the physical layer are very long compared to the audio data that is sent during the conference. We are talking about samples around 5 milliseconds. The standard is more suitable for video or longer audio samples. Going back to the devices in the network, we need access points and user equipment. In the case of access points, we should know where we want to place them and how many are necessary for the good performance of the network. The placement of the antennas on user equipment is an important thing. Considering power consumption, we should assume that access points are connected with the power supply, but user equipment is on battery. It means, for the user equipment, that we want to minimize the power consumption for the sake of battery life. In both cases, power is consumed when the transmission and reception occur and while the data is processed. Additionally, in the case of user equipment, features like screen, microphone and signaling diodes consume power. Last but not least are costs. It is also a very important aspect of the network designing and deploying. We need to consider not only the cost of the devices, but also their efficiency in power consuming. Is the 60 GHz band suitable for the conference use cases? Yes, it is, but there is still a lot of work to do before we will be able to deploy the conference networks. Thank you for your attention. If you are interested in my work, please follow the WaveComBE.eu website. Goodbye!